Hey guys, welcome back to the campaign. So, as you know, this is the evil necromancer from my campaign, and his name is Gunther Larenshield. He's basically trying to bring back the Dread King. He found the Grimoire Necris, which is a pretty nasty book, and he wants to restore the Dread King to his former glory. And in return, he believes that he's going to have eternal life from that. And so we've had to come back to his tower and finish him off before he can bring back the Dread King. This is the Catacombs of Terror book that we'll be using. There's a lot of optional rules in there that I feel don't really fit for my campaign right now, so we're just going to not use them. Basically, the main one is, since the tower is in the lands of the dead, and that's a pretty dangerous place, they want you to do a bunch of events along the way, and it just doesn't fit into my campaign. The tower isn't located in the lands of the dead. My players just encountered this thing a couple weeks ago, and so we're on a mission right now. We're just headed back to the tower. So that's how we're going to do it. And we arrive at the tower, and that's where our game starts. When we finally do cross paths with Gunther, he's going to be trying to bring back the Dread King. And I'm really hoping we can stop him from bringing him back, because who knows what that would issue forth into the campaign. So let's get this thing started. One more thing, just a quick update to what's going on with the group. Currently, Rapture was captured. So we've been thinking for a couple weeks now that he's locked back in that tower. We're having regrets that we even left in the first place. We should have never, we searched for him, but we couldn't find him. And as we started to put the pieces together, we just kind of feel like maybe this necromancer has something to do with him going missing. And as far as Lunarius and the dwarf are concerned, they're not feeling 100%. Lunarius is -1 to his weapon skills this adventure, and the dwarf is -1 to his strength. So the dwarf is really not feeling too well either. And they believe that they have to kill this guy to get that curse removed. Thundarian got his little potion from this guy, so he's unsure. He's not the smartest or the sharpest sword anyways. But that's just the update. Let's get this thing going. All right, let's see what we've got for our first room. We got a corner. Surprise! We have to come back to the Vanished section where Rapture was captured. So in the first dungeon room of the next adventure, the warriors will come across their companion gagged, bound, and heavily guarded. I gotta make a roll on the dungeon level monster table with maximum number appearing. Once all the monsters in the room have been defeated, the warrior may be freed. They've lost 1 wound permanently from their starting wounds. Ew. Due to the torture. And also Rapture has a big cut on his arm for my storyline, and they've been draining blood out of him. However, their weapons are locked in that chest right over there in the far corner. Once free though, Rapture's gonna fight with an unbridled ferocity. +1 attack and strength, but -1 to hit, and I also get 10% extra gold for any monsters they defeat. So he's gonna be pretty aggravated that he has been captured and tied up. He's probably starving and angry and just maybe even pissed off at Thundarian and the group for not coming sooner, because it's been a few weeks. But yeah, let's see where this thing goes. All right, we got a roll for the monster table. White dice is always high. 53. What luck. I just painted up skeletons this week, and I was just making jokes. What if I don't roll any skeletons? 53, 1d6 plus 3 skeletons armed with either bows or swords. So it's going to be the maximum number. It's going to be 9 skeletons in here, guarding Rapture. Let's see if it's swords or bows. 1 through 3 is bows. It's going to be swords. Right, so we've got 8 skeletons. I haven't explored further down either direction. We came in over here. I suppose a skeleton could come in from behind us, but I don't know about that. But if there's not enough spaces either direction, you just don't use the remaining miniatures. So 8 skeletons instead of 9. Let's see if Thunderian swings wildly and hits his friends. Either goes crazy or berserk. Wow. Let's get it started. Okay, so he's gonna hit everybody for 1 damage. Power phase gets a 4. Right, Lunarius gonna swing with his sword right onto that dude down there. He needs 3s, but he's -1. So he gets a 4. The first one's a hit. 1d6 plus 3. 9 damage minus the toughness of 3. 6 damage. Kills the skeleton, who has 5 wounds, by the way. Next skeleton right here. He needs 4s. That's a miss. Javen's gonna throw a firebomb. It affects any 2x2 squares. And each model takes 1d6 with no deductions for toughness or armor. So we do have a corner right here, but he's going to throw it straight over. Bam, land right in the middle and affect these 4 squares right here. So let's figure some damage. Let's start with this first guy right here. He takes 4 damage. So this guy's got 1 left. The next guy back there, he's got 1 left. Let's go to this dude right here. Come on, 5. That knocks him all the way down to 1. And finally, the last skeleton destroys the last one. Beautiful. So this skeleton's gonna move up right here and take a swing. He needs a 4. Hit damage. 4 damage. Thunderian has a enchanted shield that's flying around him, and he can try to avoid, absorb all the damage. On a 5 or a 6. On a 1, it explodes. Ooh, nothing happens. 4 damage. Lunarius is going to use all of his power store. He has 4 points, and he's going to cast Healing Hands twice to the group. That heals everybody back up, except for Thunderian, who is down by 2. The skeleton in front of Lunarius is going to swing at him. He needs 4s. Gets it. Lunarius takes 1 damage. This skeleton here is going to move over to this square. This one's going to go 1, 2, and move right here. They're kind of falling in. I'm not sure about that corner case right there. They would both maybe have cover, but it just cancels out. And so I'm just going to let that skeleton attack Lunarius because he's adjacent. He needs a 4. Gets it. Lunarius takes 1 damage. Power phase. Wow. I can see what this is going to be already today. So we have to roll on the unexpected combat events table. 4 is more monsters. Okay. We got to roll on the monster table. White's high. 53. I think that's the same roll as last time. Yeah, more 1d6 plus 3 skeletons. 1 to 3 for bows. And we get some bowmen that enter in. In fact, 2 bowmen will enter in through here and land on those 2 squares. So our skeletons with bows come barreling through the door. And typically, if I would have explored this, the rest of those monsters would be in here. But since I haven't explored it, I don't believe I have to put those monsters. It says right in the book, if there's not enough areas on the board that you're in, then you don't use the difference of the monsters. If you guys can correct me on that, let me know in the comments. Oh, and I forgot something. These skeletons have regenerate. So anyone that's taken damage regenerates D6. So let's start with the one closest to Lunarius here. He gets 3 back. So this guy's at 4 out of 5. Let's go to that one right there. He's back to full. That's real nice. This dude back here had, he was down to 1. So let's see what he gets back. So he is at 3. Thunderian, if you hit us again, we're gonna beat your ass. Yeah, he rages. Nice. He gets 2 attacks. So he needs 3s. The first one, that's a hit. He does 3 damage to that dude. He's down to 1. Next attack on that guy. That's a hit. Thunderian kills this dude. Lunarius is going to move up here, which seems kind of crazy, but he's a tough dude because we want the dwarf to be able to move up and attack. Lunarius is going to attack this dude back here in the corner. Lunarius needs a 4. That's a hit. He does. Dang. Lunarius kills this dude. 1 shot and goes on to the next one. Needs a 4? No. He needs a 5. Gets it again. Damage. Does 1 damage to that skeleton right there. He's got 2 left. Javen's gonna move up and attack this dude. Javen needs 3s. I should explain, 1 time per adventure he gets 3 attacks with his Hell Mace, and that's what he's doing. So he hits with 2 of them. The first one, he's got -1 strength, remember? So he does 2 damage this first try. Actually, correction, it's -1, so that he only does, that guy's got 4 left. All right, next damage. Let's see, 5. Do 4 damage and kill the skeleton. That wasn't a single death blow, even though he did kill him on his turn. We are over to the skeletons. Lunarius is going to use 1 of his starting power along with the 1 power he has right now for 2 to use healing hands on everybody for 1 hit point. This skeleton is going to move over and attack Lunarius. He needs a 4. Miss. This skeleton will close in over here and attack Thunderian. He needs a 4. Gets it. 5 damage to Thunderian. Wow. Thunderian's going to drink his potion right now. You can drink it at any time for 1d6. Jeez. He gets 1 hit point. Actually, Thunderian's going to try to use his shield and avoid the damage on a 5 or a 6. The shield blows up. And the warrior takes 1d6. Oh my gosh. 2 damage. And the shield blows up. This skelly is going to move up here and attack Javen. He needs a 4. Gets it. Javen takes 1 damage. Alright, we got to see who the skeletons don't attack. They don't attack Thunderian. Skeleton to Lunarius, bow shot. He needs a 5 or a 6. Of course, he gets it. Jeez. 6 damage to Lunarius. Lunarius is going to use his incense of healing. He's going to pop the top on it. A fragrant cloud of vapor that acts as a healing potion. Every warrior on the board gets 2d6 wounds restored. Start with Lunarius. He gets 6. So Lunarius is at 10. Javen gets 5. So Javen's at full hit points. And finally, Thunderius gets 5. And that will put him at 12. Other bow and arrow guy takes a shot at Javen. He needs a 5 or a 6. Of course he gets it. That arrow is not even going to hurt Javen. Power face. Don't be a 1 again. Gets a 4. Does Thunderian hit his companions or does he go berserk? He doesn't go crazy, at least. He's gonna start with, well, that's all he can do is that skeleton that's right there in between both of them. He needs a 3. Gets it. Damage. Thunderian wipes this one out. Lunarius is gonna attack this one. That's a hit. 2 damage to that guy, so he's got 3 left. Javen is going to move up here and attack that guy. That's a miss. Skeleton to Lunarius, he needs a 4. Miss. This skeleton to Javen, he needs a 4. Miss, nice. Okay, who do the bow and arrow guys shoot at this time? Who don't they shoot at? The wizard. First guy over to Thunderian. Needs a 5 or a 6. Miss. Next guy right here to Javen. Needs a 5 or a 6. Gets it. 9 minus 5 is 4 damage for Javen. Power phase. Don't roll a 1, dummy. Nice. Gets a 5. Actually, this dude back here got to regenerate at the end of his turn, at the end of the round. So he's going to get 1 back. That puts him to 4 hit points. He's only down 1. So since this guy keeps regenerating and Lunarius is just tired of this, he's going to blast him with a lightning bolt. He uses up 4 of his 5 points, and he's going to do 2d6 damage to that skeleton. That's going to fry that skeleton. So it is modified by the toughness, but that still does 7 damage and sounds like bowling pins getting shot all over the room. We've already done the power phase, but since you can't move through people, I guess that means Thunderian doesn't even get to go this turn. Like, I could maneuver around here if I could go out of order, but I don't think you can. You have to go by initiative order. So I guess Thunderian stands there. Lunarius is going to move up here and swing at that guy with his sword. Needs a 4. Miss. Javen's going to take a swing at the one in front of him. He needs a 3. Gets it. Javen doesn't end up doing any damage. It's basically blocked by the skeleton shield. Skeleton attacks Javen back. Needs a 4. It's a miss. This skeleton pulls out a sword and swings on him. He needs a 4. That's a hit. Does 4 damage to Lunarius. This skeleton shoots Javen. Needs a 4. Gets it. And Javen knocks the arrow away with his axe. Power phase. Nice. Okay, so we're going to move Thunderian right over here, and he's going to attack that skeleton. First off, we need to see if he hits Javen. Nope. So he's going to attack that skeleton. That's a miss. Lunarius is really kind of trying to show his magic ability at this point, because ever since he got turned down at the Wizards Guild, it's kind of inspired him to just like let his magic flow. So he's going to blast that one in front of him with a lightning bolt. He's got 6 power points. He's going to use up 4 of them. Let's do it. Skeleton's going to take 9 minus 3 is going to take 6. And he blasts away that skeleton into oblivion. Skeleton needs a 4 to attack Javen. Nope. This skeleton shoots an arrow at Lunarius. He needs a 5 or a 6. Miss. Power phase. Nice. Let's see if Thunderian rages. He does. 2 attacks on the skeleton. He needs 3s. Missed with the first one. Missed with the second one. All right, good job. Good job there, Thunderian. So Lunarius is just like letting his magic loose. Last round, he puts his left hand forward and blasts the lightning bolt out, destroys the skeleton in front of him. This time he puts out his right hand and he lets a lightning bolt out. Let's see what he gets. He does 3 damage to this skeleton. Come on, Javen. You need a 3. Yeah. Yeah. Javen takes him out. Skeleton turn. He's shooting arrows currently at the wizard. He needs a 4. Doesn't get it. It's the end of the round, so the skeleton regenerates. Only 1. Phase. It's kind of cool in this one moment that Thunderian can't move through that corner right there. And that would make him miss his turn and go over to Lunarius, who just keeps charging his magic up to full blast. He's going to let go another lightning bolt and really try to finish the battle here. 7 minus 3, that's going to do 4. He only had 3 left and destroys that last skeleton. The group gets over to Rapture and unties him, and everybody has like a little moment here. Inside there is all Rapture's stuff, except for it says his gold is gone. Rapture just lost 540 gold. So Javen got 240 gold, bringing him to 413. Lunarius was at 0 gold after his little incident, but he's back up to 400 gold. Rapture doesn't have anything. And Thundarius got 160 gold out of all this. Treasure time. The spear. That's pretty cool. Everything was shuffled really good, and Thundarian gets his magic spear back. Nice. I'm not sure if that was the same spear he had before, but either way, it's a spear, and he likes spears. So let's see what our next thing here is. Finger of Doom Scroll. Finger of Doom may be taken by the wizard and used just like any of his other spells. Casting number 6. When cast, the Finger of Doom inflicts 6 wounds on a single monster. No modifiers for armor or toughness. 450 gold. Nice. And it's permanent, so it becomes like a permanent spell that I have. That is sweet. Casting number of 6, though. Whew. Okay, so thematically, I moved the miniatures around a little bit so they could go see their partner and release him. But I shouldn't have done that as far as like the phases go and stuff. So learn my lesson on that. Next time I won't move them around from their original positions, but it's just for storytelling. But anyways, we need to get to the exploration phase. We need to, okay, there's the power phase. So everybody moves up to here so we can explore. Actually, he's going to be up here. He's faster. And there we go. And we're going to explore right there. Chasm of Despair. Ooh, this is a new card. I haven't used it yet. This narrow bridge crosses a deep chasm. Okay. Chasm of Despair. This slender bridge that spans the Chasm of Despair is very narrow, and any warrior or monster who is clumsy may end up toppling down into the darkness. Oh, that's nice. Any monster or warrior that rolls a natural 1 to hit with a hand-to-hand attack while standing on the bridge will lose their balance and fall down into the depths of the catacomb and is quite dead. Wow, that's so final. The warriors do not get gold for monsters who die in this way. The warriors may also save themselves with the dwarves rope equipment card, which stops them from falling in, but may break as written on the card. So power face. Are you freaking kidding me? All right, we have an unexpected event. Dwarven Ghost, cool. This luminous form of a ghostly dwarf materializes in front of the warriors. It is in spirit of a venerable dwarf gold hunter who warns the warriors about the dangers they will face deeper in the catacombs. The warriors may use the dwarf's advice to avoid any one event card if they don't wish to encounter. That is really sweet. Put the event card you don't wish to encounter to the one side for the rest of the adventure. You don't have to shuffle it back into the deck. There's no need to take another event card in its place. Wow, that's really cool. Warrior phase. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, right up to there. 1, 2, 3. And everybody is into this room. Looking down, you can probably hear like ghostly sounds and wind. You know, maybe it's the wind that just sounds like ghosts, but we did just see a ghost, so you never know what's at the bottom of it. Okay, we get right to there, and we are at the phase again, power phase. We get a 5. All the rest of the warriors move up here. And yeah, that's actually really cool that we didn't have anything bad happen here, and something actually good happened by meeting that dwarf and that dwarven ghost. So let's do the exploration phase. Bam. What do we got? Another corridor. Okay. And so when we crack the door open, there's another long corridor. It's just like this really long underground structure. Power phase. Get a 3. Warriors go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Power phase to 2. Everybody moves back up here. I saw another gamer talking about this. We're having a walking simulation here, as he called it. That's kind of what we got going on. Just these long, narrow, dark, empty hallways. And I'm not going to tell you guys how many dungeon cards that I rolled up, so everything will be different. I mean, I suppose you can kind of tell by looking at the length of the video, but let's explore our next, another corridor. Weird. So we open the door and we have another one, but then the doorway cuts back this way. So the entire structure is kind of like a big U. Power phase. Warriors, move 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Not really too much going on in here. It's eerily quiet. Power phase. Ah, okay. We have an unexpected event. Spectral attack. Uh-oh. A shadowy figure materializes from the darkness and reaches its long fingers out to grab the warriors. Each warrior must roll 1d6 and add their initiative. If the total is equal to or greater than 7, the warrior evades the specter's chilly touch. If the warrior's total is 6 or less, a bolt of freezing energy strikes their body and they suffer d6 wounds with no modifiers for anything. Roll 1d6. On a 1, 2, 3, draw another event card immediately. So we have this nasty specter reaching out from the shadows behind, trying to grab a hold of the warriors and chill them. All right, so I am looking to beat a 7. Thundarian's initiative is 3. Gets a 6. Thundarian's gonna take 5 damage. So I just kind of see this as this thing is like moving all around into the shadows, just like moving all over, coming out from all different directions. So right now he's gonna come out of a shadow right over here by Rapture. Rapture has a 6 initiative. Holy crap. Jeez, still gets it with a 7. No damage for Rapture. Lunarius has a 3. Plus 2 is 5. That's a miss. So Lunarius is going to take 1 damage. And then back to Javen. Javen only has an initiative of 2. No, he's going to miss 2. And Javen's going to take 4 damage. And then this thing just sort of disappears into the shadows. Kind of hurting from that. Lunarius is down to 5 hit points. So he's going to use... he's going to use a bandage on himself, which will heal 3. I'm just going to roll this now. He needs a 4, 5, or 6 to be able to use it again. If not, I'm just going to erase it. Of course not. So I'm going to erase it. Then Lunarius is going to spend 2 points of his power store and use Healing Hands. Give everybody 1. And so everybody's going to move to the door and explore it. I can't forget that Rapture has boots that give him 1 extra move square, and he has a sword that gives him +1 to hit, but he's currently at -1 to hit, so everything's going to equal out. And that just means he's +1 to attacks and +1 strength, so that's really cool. Yeah, let's explore. And dun, 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 it was a low rolling dungeon. We got the final room. All right, so we crack open the door and we have the objective room. This vaulted chamber is a most fearful and terrifying place. The silence of the dead fills the air with a tangible aura of menace, and the all-pervading stench of age and death chokes the warrior's breath. The ramp ahead is a throne room where Gunther stands before the Grimoire Necris. So I think I lost the video footage of rolling the 4 because the phone wasn't orientated right. But anyways, I got a 4. Now in this scenario, you replace the Dread King with Gunther. So we have that right there. So we have 2 Tomb Guardians and 1d6 plus 3 Skeletal Bowmen. That doesn't seem like too much, but my luck, who knows? Oh yeah, see, maximum. We got 9 Bowmen. There is no damn way we're gonna survive this. So these guys can shoot down the ramp at +1. We have 2 Tomb Guardians here, and I have 2d6 rounds to kill him. So let's see how long I got to kill Gunther before the ritual is complete. Come on. 5 turns, are you serious? There's no way. Okay, so I've got some ideas. We really have got to like go after Gunther right here. Man, I've only got 5 rounds in order to kill him. And then if not, the Dread King will appear. That's not gonna be good. So let's get it started. All right, let's try out the power phase. Gets a 3. So the rules state I can't even attack these dudes unless I have missile weapons. This is gonna be tough. I think with the amount of fear that the group is having right now, I think Thunderian is just going to reach in his pocket and drink the mystery potion that he has, that I got a couple adventures ago. And I got to roll a 6-sided dice for that. He gets a 4. So one of these slick salesmen sold me a potion saying it would restore my life. Well, as I drank it, the mild saline solution trickles down your throat. He realizes he's been had. A blind, raging fury overcomes him and he goes berserk, hacking and slashing at his enemies for the rest of the combat. Your warrior is now subject to all the normal rules for being berserk. He remains berserk until all the monsters in the room are dead. Perhaps it was magical after all. Thunderian guzzles the potion, goes into a rage because he thought it was going to heal him, and it kicked in his rage, and now he gets 2 attacks for this entire battle. That is awesome. Right now we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. He runs all the way up the ramp and starts hacking into this Tomb Guardian right here. He gets 2 attacks. 4. Gets it. Does he get the next one? No, but he hits with 1 attack. So it's going to be 1d6 plus 4. Ah, man. 4, he does 1 damage to the Tomb Guardian. Then he grabs his spear. He already has it maybe mounted on his back or whatever. The spear may be thrown at a single monster on the same board section as your warrior. It may be used in addition to any other attack and can be used at any time. I can use this once per adventure. To make the attack, roll d6. On a 3, 4, 5, or 6, I get to throw it and hit the target and do 3d6 wounds. On a 1 or 2, he is missed. I am going to throw the spear at Gunther. Yeah. Okay. So let's grab a dice here. On a 3, 4, 5, or 6, I can do it. Come on, baby. No, man. Come on. He misses with the attack. The spear goes over Gunther's head, maybe sticks into the throne. Damn it. That could have really been something big. That's just so disappointing. All right, Rapture. It's going to go 1, 2, 3. We have to see how many arrows of death he has. Roll d6. He has 4 of them, so I'll just mark it with that. And he's going to shoot one of those arrows of death into this Tomb Guardian. Rapture needs a 4+ with his bow. Miss. He has +1 to attack. That's a hit. He also has +1 to his strength, so it's 1d6 + 4. So that's 8 + 3 because of the arrow. That is 11. Rapture does 7 damage to this one. Lunarius, 1, 2, 3, 4. Lunarius uses one of his starting power plus the 3 on his dice to use a lightning bolt on this guy. All right, he's gonna do 2d6 wounds. He's gonna do 5 wounds. This Tomb Guardian's only got 3 life left. Javen ain't gonna be able to do much. 1, 2, 3, he'll move up to there. Oh boy, now comes some attacks. All right, so we're gonna start off with the 4 skeletons on the sides. That means everybody gets 2 attacks. So they need 5s. So first skeleton on Thunderian, miss, and miss. Next, Lunarius, 1 hits. Some damage for that for Lunarius. Nice. 1. Lunarius takes 1 damage. 2 of them shooting Rapture. They need 5s. 1 hits. Let's see some damage. Gee. Rapture takes 6 damage. Rapture is down to 3 hit points. So here's what I'm gonna do. Here's the plan, right? And some of you might not like this, some of you purists. But if I can get up here and kill Gunther, then all of these skeletal creatures are just gonna drop into piles of bones. So let's see if we can make something cool like that happen. 2 shots to Javen. First one hits. Whoa. Second one hits. First one. 3 damage on the first one to Javen. Next one is a miss. As Javen takes those arrows, he begins to hum a tune. This is gonna be so funny if this happens. All right, we got one more skeletal warrior here. Let's see who he takes a shot at. Rapture. He needs a 5 or a 6. Gets it. I think Rapture is going down. 3 toughness. Rapture goes down. No. What's gonna happen? Javen looks down toward Rapture, and the humming begins to get louder and louder. You can hear something about an emperor's daughter. Immediately, Lunarius uses 2 more of his starting power points and casts heal on everybody. Gets Rapture up on 1 hit point. Rapture climbs up to his feet, looks back at the dwarf, and asks him if he's learned how to sing. This Tomb Warrior, Tomb Guardian, attacks Thunderian. He needs a 3. Gets it. 4 damage. Rapture, down to 1 hit point. Thunderian, down to 4 hit points. This Tomb Guardian moves forward. He's gonna have a choice of any of those 3. Who gets the attack from the Tomb Guardian? Who gets it? That would be our wizard. Tomb Guardian needs a 3. Oh, he gets it. Damage. 2 damage to Lunarius. Gunther. Now, I'm not sure, because he's doing a ritual, I'm not sure if he's supposed to attack. It doesn't say that he can't. On a 4, 5, 6, he's supposed to be able to cast a spell. He does. All right, let's see what spell he casts. 6, summon zombies. Place D3 zombies on the board. They attack as soon as they are placed. This really sucks. I reread. I was gonna have him start singing and kill Gunther, right? That's probably what you were figuring as well. He only can kill up to 300 gold of a creature. Gunther's 550. So it doesn't even really matter. We're dead. There's no way. So he just summoned, let's see, D3 zombies. 2 zombies come through the doorway from behind us where Javen's starting to sing back there. He's only got 1 hit point left. They attack immediately. One of them attacks Javen. Zombie needs a 4. Gets it. But Javen goes down. This one here comes up behind Rapture and attacks him. He needs a 4. Misses. We have one more chance. There is one more thing that I can do. And it's power phase right now. Wizard gets a 4. Okay. Thunderian is going to attack this dude right here. Thunderian needs a 4. I got a 6, but I've got to roll to see if I accidentally hit my friends. So don't get a 1. Nope. Okay, so I hit the Tomb Guardian right there. Let's see some damage. Damn it, man. Damage minus, oh, he did 1 damage to him. That's real nice. Good job there. Rapture's gonna take a swing at him with his sword. He has +1 to attack and +1 strength. That becomes a 4. Rapture hits. Damage. Rapture does 6 damage and finishes this Tomb Guardian off. The thought of getting turned away from the Wizards Guild, as I said earlier, has been grinding at Lunarius's brain. The first thing Lunarius is going to do, this could be the game. The first thing Lunarius is going to do is, okay, I had to look some stuff up, make sure everything's legitimate here. First thing he's going to do is spend 2 of his 4 power points to cast Healing Hands, so everybody will get 1 hit point. That gets Javen up onto his feet. Lunarius is going to move up to here. He's not leaving this square. He's not, even if he's pinned, he's not leaving anywhere. Lunarius is going to use his lightning fire ring. Can be fired a bolt of lightning on command. Your warrior may target any monster that's in his line of sight. The bolt hits automatically and does 5d6 wounds with no modifiers for armor. He's aiming right at Gunther. All right, baby, come on. Oh, shitty roll. 10, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Gunther has 15 hit points. That is going to kill Gunther. He goes down. And there's no modifiers for armor. Gunther goes down. Woo! Oh, that's unbelievable. Okay, so like I said, I know you guys aren't gonna like it, but it's part of the story. Crumbles. All the skeletons. Everybody's down here on like 1 hit point. All the skeletons, the zombie, everybody starts crumbling into piles of bones, including these guys here. Get the Grimoire Necris and stop Gunther from summoning the Dread King. These guys are so beat up and done. They don't even know what just happened here. Victory. And they all survived barely. And like I said, I know some of you purists out there might say, well, you should have sat and fought all the skeletons. But it's a lot cooler story-wise that all of these guys, the magic, the evil magic that prevailed in this place basically came to an end. And when Gunther died, they have seized the book. They get to take it back, and now we have some treasure cards that we have to go through. We're in the objective room, so there's a special treasure table for that. So we'll start off with Thunderian. White's always high. That's a 22. Rune of Death. This stone has a dwarf rune embossed on its surface and is warm to the touch. When pressed into contact with any bladed weapon, the rune stone burns a rune of death into the blade and then vanishes. The rune of death itself is permanent. The 2-hit roll with this weapon is a natural 6. The rune of death causes an extra 2d6 wounds on the target. Whoa. That is sweet for the barbarian. Worth 500 gold. He's putting that in his sword. All right, Rapture. 56. Surefire bow. That sounds really awesome already for my elf who uses a bow. This elegant bow has a single rune of Surefire. The ancient stories tell of a bow that never misses, and this may be that very weapon. This bow has a strength of 4 and +2 to the hit roll. Dang! Lunarius. 11. Ring of Seeking. This glittering ring is fashioned from some material that looks like quicksilver. This ring allows your warrior to attempt to avoid a trap that has just been activated. Roll d6 on a score 1, 2, or 3. The ring's magic fails to work and the trap goes off as normal. On a score of 4, 5, or 6, the trap is magically disarmed and fails to work. Cool. Javen. 21. Dawnstone. This is really cool. The elf got the bow. This is a stone type thing for the dwarf. This crystal-like stone is mounted on a black iron brooch and radiates a pale light like that of the early morning. The Dawnstone may be used to restore any one warrior to full wounds immediately, even if he's at 0 wounds or dead. Use once, then discard. Wow, that is sweet. Rapture gets 110 gold from killing that one Tomb Guardian. Lunarius gets 550 gold from killing Gunther, which brings him to 950. Once the group prevented the summoning or destroys Van Debnig once for all, they can return to the Wizards of the Empire, where they will each receive a treasure card and 150 gold as a reward. These guys all gather up here, sort of speechless. They grab the book, Lunarius does, and throws it into a bag. And they all sort of just lean their backs against each other and collapse down onto the ground. They're going to make their way back to the city, back to the Wizard's Tower, where Lunarius was turned down. And this is where they're going to collect their money. This is where Lunarius is going to shine. And he's sort of creating his legacy right now. The death of Gunther brought an end to all the evil that was permeating this area.